So this is JJ's morning routine. He wanted to pet Nyla, and then it was time for his first diaper change.
Yeah.
Here I'm changing the crib sheets really quickly because you'd be surprised how gross they get how quickly with a little baby. And I try to do it as quick as possible. Then it was time for his first milky session of the morning, and he was pretty happy after that. And then it was time to get me ready and at least get my hair brushed. I already brushed my teeth before this was filmed, so thankfully he didn't wake up immediately this morning, and I actually had some time to myself before he woke up. So this ended up being a pretty chill morning. He played in his baby Einstein toy that he just got from my mother-in-law, and he really loves it. It doesn't allow him to jump too much, so it's not as bad on the hips, but we make sure not to let him have too much time in it. He gave me just enough time to finish my coffee that I had made before he got up, and that was a really nice time. So today I'm making JJ some rice with beef broth, and if you do this, it's pretty easy. We just use a little rice pot and cook it like white rice, and it'll go off whenever it's ready. So if you can see these little pieces in here where it's a little bit more dark brown in color, it's just from the beef broth and the way that it cooks onto the bottom of the pan, which is also why you may, if your kid is new to solids, want to puree it just to make sure that stuff gets ground up and it's not hard for them to eat. We leave it in, I don't try to pick it out, and our baby has done just fine with it. One thing I will warn you is don't just do straight like the normal like 1 cup rice to 2 cups beef broth. The thing with the beef broth is it doesn't cook quite the same way, and so you want to use just a little bit of extra water. You can kind of open the pot, check your rice, just be careful of the steam, and if you feel like it's drying out, just add a little more water. That's what I had to do last time, which kind of stinks because then like the rice will get kind of hard, and you don't want that when you're trying to, even if you're only slightly pureeing it. Just make sure to use a little bit of extra water. I probably use at least half a cup of extra water just to make sure that the rice is mushy enough for him, because I'm not really going to be eating this rice. This rice is just for him so that I can meal prep it. And we got these awesome little jars for him that are super, super cute, and they're freezable, and we got 32 of these guys. They have measurements on them. I don't know if you can see that super well, but they have measurements of ounces and milliliters, depending on what you prefer to use. And they're great because they're freezable, and as you can see, they wipe off. So like if you have an erasable marker, you can use those on the top and it comes right off. And the ones that we got actually came with little markers, which is really, really helpful. So I don't have to go and buy markers or erasers because these are the little guys that they come with, and it literally like it erases right off. So I'm erasing it right now, and just this said rice and the date. You can write whatever you want on it, but they're super helpful. But yeah, that's what we're doing this morning. He's playing in his little playpen right now, and I'm sure you can hear him, and so I'm just taking care of him. The dog's kind of sleeping. I need to feed her real quick, and here he is. Hi, JJ. Hi, JJ. You gonna come say hi? He loves this little walker. If you're curious about the walker, we actually got this one on Facebook Marketplace. My mother-in-law found it. We bleached it and cleaned it. But what I will say is that with these, they can be really, really expensive. Like this thing is like, this little guy is like $100, and that's, I don't know, in my opinion, it's pretty expensive. And when we bleached it, we kind of broke the battery part of it, which is fine because I don't want to have to listen to the music all day long. But he loves it. He's 6 months, so we don't let him in it too long, but it's extremely helpful when I need to get stuff done, like get his food prepped, rather than just kind of letting him roll around on the floor, which isn't always the cleanest. Because right now he is not crawling yet, so he pretty much just rolls everywhere, which is fine. It's where he's at right now, but all fun. He likes it. I was a little on the fence about it, but he really, really does like it, and we don't let him stay in it too long. So he is going to be going down for his nap in probably about an hour, hour and a half, just depending on his mood. He's teething right now, so he's extra crabby and extra talkative, and last night was pretty rough for him, so we'll probably get him down for his first nap pretty quick. I don't want him getting overtired and then it's even more of a battle later. He's in a pretty good mood right now. He's pretty happy, and so since he's in a better mood, you know, I'll probably let him stay up a little bit longer, and then when those sleep cues start hitting, that's when we go, hi, hi, mwah. So we don't believe in sleep training. Well, not that we don't believe in it, we just don't believe that it's the best fit for our family. You know, if that is what works for your family, I totally understand. You know, you have to do what's best for you and your baby. I know there are some babies that when they cry at night, they just want mom and dad. It's not necessarily I need mom or dad. And so in that case, I understand, you know, you kind of need to let your kid kind of have that healthy separation and healthily let themselves self-soothe. What we did was, obviously hasn't gotten him. Oh, don't stick it in your mouth like that. What we did is I did a soft version kind of sleep training, if you will. What I did to help him learn to fall asleep on his own, which has worked really, really well, and it helps him self-soothe so he doesn't wake up every 2 hours. He only wakes up once or twice throughout the night. His naps go between 30 minutes to 2 hours in the crib. We don't let it go longer than that. And he does really well. He takes 3 to 4 naps a day. He's only had a couple days that were really bad, and he only did 2, and those are rough days and those are rough nights, but it's not too bad. I've kind of given up on the forcing him to sleep through the night. He'll sleep through the night when he's ready. Until then, I'm gonna be caffeinated and praying. So that's what we've been doing, and you know, through it, God's been teaching me a lot about how to take care of him and like how to emotionally manage myself. Careful, baby, careful. Yeah, careful. Because initially it was extremely hard. I was very frustrated. I was frustrated with the Lord. I was frustrated with myself because I felt like I was a bad mom because I was getting so tired, so frustrated. And then I realized like my frustration wasn't even with my baby, it was with God, because I'm like, why would you make babies like this? Like, you know I need sleep. Like, why would you make them when you made us to need sleep? And I had to process through that and just, you know what, just trust him at the end of the day that he knows what he's doing and I don't know everything, and just different things like that. And then, yeah, so that's a little peek into kind of one of the things I've been learning as a new mom, and then just the compassion that you kind of grow to have and the appreciation you learn to have for God. I mentioned it on Instagram the other day, is that motherhood really teaches you about the motherly side of God that people don't talk about. We always talk about how he's a father and those aspects, but the aspect of the mother that he is too, and not in the sense that God's a woman or anything like that, but God is perfect. You know, everything that we do represents God, you know, and motherhood does represent a unique part of God. And in my opinion, motherhood represents honestly the omnipresent, continual care that God gives us. You know, when you have a baby, they require constant care. You're constantly listening to them. You're constantly looking out for them, watching them, taking care of them, playing with them, teaching them. And that's what God does for us every single day. You know, he's there for us, and it's nonstop. So in those moments where I've been so frustrated because I'm like, I just want to break, I just want to sit down. I just want to be able to check Instagram right now. I don't want to have to go and pick you up again. Like, I just want a second. Those are the moments where I'm convicted, and I really appreciate God's love for us because he's so patient and he's just there continually. And truthfully, I really have learned to appreciate and love God more. Yeah. Hi. It's intense. It's a lot, and give yourself grace, and I try to give myself grace, and it's not the easiest thing to give yourself grace for because they're so important to us as moms. Our children are so important. And so like the responsibility, feels so much more serious. But the reality is that you need to give yourself grace. Yeah, if you're curious about what we did for sleep training, I can always talk more about it. Or if you're curious about how we're introducing solids, I'm more than happy to share. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a pediatrician, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just a mom trying to figure out what's best for this little guy. What's best for him. And so, yeah. Hi. You can't have coffee. You can't have coffee. Are you awake from your nap? Hi, Bubba. Hi. Hi. Is that your Nyla? Did Nyla come to say hi too? Yeah. Do you want up? Do you want up? Yeah, want up? Okay. Are you happy now? Ow! What are you doing? We just had a huge spit up moment, or 3 spit up moments within 10 minutes. So goodbye cute outfit, hello my husband's clothes. I have a lot of laundry to do tonight, and this guy could not be prouder. So JJ is down for his 3rd and probably final nap. I'm gonna go check the laundry and make sure that all of our reusable diapers came dry, because they have a tendency to not dry if I don't flip them inside out. And this morning I was feeling a little lazy and just wanted to get the load in and start going. So hopefully they did actually dry this time. I checked a couple of them and they seemed good, so hopefully we're good for all of them. Otherwise I have to do a 3rd cycle and flip them. So I'm gonna go check on that, and then I'm gonna take some time to relax and maybe get a couple things done, get some laundry folded. We'll see. Hey, Bubba. Oh, did you wake up unhappy? Hey, JJ, hey. Hi. Oh. You're still sleepy? We gotta wake up though. Hi. Hi. Hey, Goof. Hey, Goof. So this has pretty much been a day in the life of a stay-at-home mom with their first baby. I don't know if I'm gonna film his bedtime routine. That'll be a little difficult to film. Maybe I'll do that in a different video, but that's our day, and I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Please let me know if you like this type of content, because this is what I'm kind of thinking about doing a little bit more often, daily vlogs and just a day in the life or my favorite products as a new mom. And yeah, so let me know what you guys want to see and what you guys want to hear in the next one.